Hello everyone. So welcome back to my channel. So this is part 3 of multi-threading series in which we will be talking about executor service. So let's get started. So before moving on to the practical example of executor service, let's first understand what it is. So basically executor service is a service in which we can submit tasks, or we can say we can have threads which are having some tasks inside the run method, and we can submit those inside this executor service. These tasks will be collected in a blocking queue, which we can see here. And we also define a thread pool. So while defining executor service, we will have a fixed thread pool. We will be using a fixed thread pool in which we will define how many threads are present in this executor service. So these threads, what they will do is, once they are free, they will start picking up the task from the blocking queue and start executing it. So let's take an example. Let's say we have a thread pool of 4 in our executor service, and we have submitted 3 tasks from the executor.submit method that we will be doing. So we will have 3 tasks in the blocking queue, and we have 4 threads which can process these tasks in parallel. So what will happen is thread 1 will pick task 1, thread 2 will pick task 2, and thread 3 will pick up the task 3, and these all the tasks will be executed in parallel. Now let's say there is another scenario in which we have only 2 threads in our thread pool, and we have 3 tasks in our blocking queue. So what will happen in that case? So in that case, what will happen is thread 1 will pick task 1, thread 2 will pick task 2, and these 2 threads will execute parallelly. And once these threads will finish their task, or whenever they get free, only then they can pick, any one of them will pick task 3. So in this way, executor service works in Java. So let's take an example and see that in practical. So let's create a class. Let's call it as executor practical finish. And now let's create a main method inside this. Now what we need to do is we will create a object of executor service class, and we will define the thread pool size that we were just looking into the slide. So let's create the object. Let's name the object as executor is equal to executors dot new fixed. We will be using fixed thread pool. So, and we will take the same example. We'll have 2 as the thread pool size, and we will define 3 tasks and submit it and see how it works. So let's import this first. So we can see it is a part of java.util.concurrent package in Java. So after this, what we need to do is we will be creating some tasks. So let's say we have thread T1, new thread. Let's define the task inside this using runnable. Where we will be giving the run method. All right, so let's say we want to print 1, and let's print it 1000 times, 10,000 times. So our first task is ready. Let's create 2 more tasks like this, as we need to have 3 tasks. So let's name it as T2. And in this, we will be printing 2 instead of 1. And let's have one more task. So we have 3 tasks now, and this third task will be printing 3. So now what we need to do is, as per the slide, we need to submit these tasks into the executor service. So for that, we will use executor dot submit, and then we will give task T1, similarly T2, and T3. So after the tasks are submitted, it will start executing, and we will give executor.shutdown. So what this method will do is it will wait for the execution or the termination of all the threads or tasks that are being submitted. And we can also have executor dot await termination, so that we give a timeout. So let's give a timeout of 1 day, and if within this time the tasks are not completed, it will anyway stop and terminate these threads. So time unit dot days. So this is for 1 day, and it will have a throws declaration, as it might have some issues while termination. So we need to give interrupted exception. So that's all. So basically what will happen here is the T1 task, T2 tasks will be picked up first, because there is only 2 threads that are available in the executor service, which will pick the tasks, and these 2 will run in parallel. Once any of these threads will get free, it will pick up the task 3 of printing 3. So let's see this by running the code. Let's save it. Run as Java application. So if we see the console output, let's move to the top. We can see that 1 and 2 are getting printed in parallel, because it is not sequential. Sometimes 2 is coming, sometimes 1 is coming. So these 2 threads are getting executed in parallel, and once that happens, it will then start printing 3. So let's go down. So here we can see that now 3 is getting printed only because first 2 tasks are already over and one of the threads have picked up the task 3 and it is printing 3 continuously till 10,000 times. So that's all from my side in this video. I will be covering some more topics in our upcoming videos. Till then, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and see you in our next video.